Welcome back to the American Dota League Top 5 versus Union Gaming here on this wonderful Monday night. I am What Is Hip. With me tonight is Coddle Guy for Game 2 of the series.
What's up, Greg? Happy to be back. Today was a beautiful day. Very nice weather. It's been great sitting indoors, enjoying Dota, not having any part of it.
Yep. Outside, what's that? I don't know. You know, I did go outside. I ventured out today to buy a sandwich at one point, and, you know, that was about it. It was scary.
Well, you got a what? A sandwich?
A sandwich, yeah.
A Subway sandwich?
No, not
Greg?
a Subway sandwich.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with
Had to ask, just because you've been there. Don't deny it.
Yeah.
Step one is accepting that you have a problem.
Naga Siren.
Alright, well, Naga has made it through the pool as well as Batrider, and to no surprise of anyone, they've been picked up alongside the Ancient Apparition. And this right here, this is my big seven. This is my big seven heroes that have been popular at the end of this patch.
I can agree with that.
More than seven? No, this is seven. And I think, you know, these are the heroes that have not really made it through the first phase very often. The last game, Centaur did make it through, as well as Dazzle, but Dazzle not quite there, not quite at the popularity of the rest of these heroes, but still very, very strong, and I think we'll see him banned out in the second phase. But Union have picked themselves up an AA and a Naga, banned out the Lycan and the Invoker. Top 5 picked themselves up the Batrider, and they've banned out the Ember as well as the Centaur.
Well, their Batrider, even with a very questionable early game, still was able to come back and put in some serious work. So no doubt they're going to grab up this hero if they have the opportunity. So I like the call from Top 5. Naga Siren now, I'm trying to think off the top of my head if they are indeed like Naga carry core players, or if they're more like we saw before, teams grab it up and then actually funnel it over into a support role, and it could be just more of a pickup to just kind of deny it back. But because we've seen it in this particular situation too, Naga is a fantastic counter to Batrider. The sleep shuts him down, even the net or what have you, it just works so nicely together. So this Naga could be anywhere, doesn't have to be a core, it could be a support as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a bit stronger still in the core, but against the Batrider, I think yesterday we saw just how powerful that Naga can be, even as a support. So it's a great way to deal with the Batrider engagements, and Shadow Shaman picked up here yet again
Team ban.
for Top 5.
Yeah, if you were saying that was a top 7, he's got to be right there at like number 8 or even before that. So still pretty standard stuff coming out. Grab up the Shadow Shaman, crucial core support, extra CC power, fantastic pushing ability with the wards, and just overall can get shit done. So I'm happy with that. But from there, we're kind of looking at where the teams want to take it to the next level. Now, with the help of the Shadow Shaman, do you want to build on to a little extra pushing power? Now, Union Gaming thinks that that's the case, and they ban out a Pugna, thinking that they're really going to go hard with it. You know, there's still plenty of other heroes that can make that work together. You can grab a Dragonite, throw them up in the mid lane. You can even go with something like a Leshrac or what have you if you want to get really corny with the push style. So neither of these drafts are giving a lot of information. We don't know what the main strategy is going to be just yet.
Yeah, not too clear, at least at the moment. I wonder if we're going to see a Dragonite ban here. He did do a lot of work, and now we see a stand-in tag actually attached to Tiburon, and he definitely did some serious work in the last game.
Yeah, I was questioning because I knew I hadn't seen him the last time they played as Top 5, so that makes things a little more clear. He's going to be a stand-in. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Shanks, whatever, Respect My Authority, they're all here. I can't think of the 5th player that was playing before, but he did a great job on the DK, and he might even do a run back and pick it up again. We'll see.
We'll see if there's a ban here for him in the last ban. In the second phase, Wraith King has been banned out, and there's the DK ban. I don't think it's really worth playing against the DK after what you saw happen last game. If you don't really have anything better that you'd like to target, the Ancient Apparition Storm Spirit combo.
This still also makes things questionable for the Naga, so, I mean, you can obviously put either of them in the safe lane, you can put either of them in the mid, but regardless, that's still Top 5 looking at Union Gaming's draft like, okay, did we do enough research to know that they play a very good Naga, you know, or did they play better Storm Spirit in that mid lane role? And they kind of have to think it out. I think Citadel does play Storm Spirit. I believe I have seen him play it in the mid position here, so Top 5 have to decide at this point, you know, potentially who they might be going against in that off lane.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, just from looking at the first couple of picks, I kind of like the little combo of Naga Siren and Ancient Apparition. If you do just drop a level in Snare, it's pretty easy to get a cold feet. I almost just fell off my chair. That was impressive. I was going to sit up and I almost fell right off.
I would have laughed.
I would not have blamed you, to be honest. And well, we're going to see a Puck picked up in response here. I think that's a pretty good middle lane matchup. Puck versus the Storm Spirit. And there's a Lifestealer, so does not look like this is going to be a core Naga. It looks like this is, in fact, going to be a support.
Yeah, indeed. And it worked really good last time when they used it. It was Banner Spirit that had used it this way. That I was questioning with Relic was a big Naga player, and they decided they would run with the Viper instead and go for the mid. But for Union Gaming, they're going to get the Storm Spirit, throw him in the mid. They can run the Naga Ancient Apparition support combo together, and you already talked about why that synergizes so well. And then they can also throw down the Lifestealer now as their true core role, feeling pretty confident in that, and I guess feeling pretty confident in the Batrider. And now obviously with Storm Spirit, he has that proper vehicle to get into the fight, so it works very nicely here. And I'm curious to see now if Top 5 kind of want to change their game up. Already seeing the Lifestealer. They have a secondary support they can grab. They can grab someone like the Bane if you want to go for the common counter, but they want to go for a Visage instead. So this is a pickup rather that kind of fell off as of recent, but it's still kind of in the game, still in the meta. It still is a fantastic support that gets a lot done.
Yeah, it still does tons of damage in tri-lanes. Very dominant force there, as well as those birds sort of acting as your sixth hero in the later parts of the game, especially if you're able to pick up an Aghanims. And, well, I really like Union Gaming's lineup. It looks very stable. Very straightforward, pretty easy execution. They've got an escape button with the Naga Siren. Top 5's lineup looks a bit more complicated. They've got a lot of pick-off heroes. They're going to have good execution, I think, to make this lineup work. But, you know, judging from the last game, not really a problem for them, so we'll see.
Yep, Top 5. I said it before, they're really good from playing from behind, so even if they're dealing with a very rough early game, early laning phase, they're a team that is very good about keeping their cool, pulling it together, and getting it back. But, you know, we'll see where it goes. We have a 5th and final pick roundup coming out here. Union Gaming actually banning out the anti-mage, thinking that might be a plausible pickup as the true core for Top 5. And for Union Gaming, they need to round out and pick up their offlaner, actually. It's looking like an offlaner, right? They need, like, something. Nyx was actually already banned out. No Clock, no Centaur. What's the next best bet here? Darkseer again, I guess? But that didn't work out too well for him last time.
Darkseer seems pretty bad in this lineup. I mean,
yeah,
they already have a lot of heroes that don't really do anything early. So I don't know if you want to add another one, you might just get stomped by, like, the Visage, by the Shadow Shaman, by the Puck, and Lone Druid.
Oh,
all right, well, this is a greedy lineup from Union Gaming.
Yeah, it is. This is a lot of heroes that need not only a lot of gold, but not levels before they can really start to make something happen. I mean, we're not expecting to see Lifestealer be in too much action. Maybe he can get an easy, quick pick off on the Batrider somehow in his tri lane, I'd imagine. But other than that, he's just going to be looking to really farm it out. And I mean, we'll see. We'll see where the story goes here. Storm Spirit, I'm counting on him to be a big snowball factor here in the mid game. I mean, let's see if he can get it done.
I think if Storm doesn't have a really succcessful early game, Union Gaming might just be dead in the water, because I think they're relying on those initiations, and dear God.
Whoa. What?
That's a Phantom Lancer.
Pat Soul is like, you're not going to use Naga as a core, I'm going to pull out my own Naga style, grab up the throwback to Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, and, well, I guess we're going to see. I mean, this is basically 4 Protect 1. Not in quite the traditional sense, but we've got 4 heroes here that can play pretty aggressively, get some pickoffs, create some space for Pat Soul, and we know he's somebody who, you know, he likes his space, man. He likes his space.
He'll pop out with a shit ton of farm really quick.
Yeah. I'm actually excited to see what build he goes.
Phantom Lancer works really nice against Lifestealer. I mean, he should be able to beat the shit out of him, I would imagine, but it's questionable with Lone Druid. I'm not too sure what the effects are going to be. It's really intriguing, and you know, he'll probably go for some sort of boot to travel. He needs the mobility, so I don't know. I'm curious as well. I'm excited for this one. Pat Soul plays a great carry, and I want to see what he does with the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's have a quick little team introduction here, and well, Union Gaming playing with their full roster now. They were missing Mr. PMJPS. Now that he's back in, I definitely remember him, and he's gonna be on the Naga Siren this game. On the Lone Druid is going to be Nova, We'll see how this hero works. Definitely been a little bit absent from the metagame recently. On the Storm Spirit, or on the Ancient Apparition, since Showcase mode, a bit unpredictable, has decided to show us Jericho. He's going to be picking up the Ancient Apparition. IWO going to be on the Storm Spirit. So looks like this is going to be a safe lane farming Storm. Interesting. And to line it all up, we've got Citadel on the Lifestealer. How are they going to lane this?
Citadel on the Lifestealer. That's interesting.
Maybe
Unless they're going to swap. Yeah, they might swap. Citadel's been playing pretty advocaatly in the mid lane. I mean, maybe they're shifting things up now that they have their proper player back. Maybe they're like, oh, maybe we need to change up the Naga and actually make her core. I don't know how they'll make that work. So we'll see how it unfolds. But I can go from there, I guess, and introduce top 5 over on your Radiant team. Man, the handsome devil himself leading up the front. It's going to be Pat Soul on your Phantom Lancer. So I'm interested to see how he's going to make this work. Whatever, right behind him is playing your Visage. Respect My Authority is once again going to be playing the Batrider. Did a great job, was picked off a couple of times, but came right back, got his early Blink Dagger, and just kind of found all the pickoffs he wanted the last fight, so should be able to bring it back. And Tiburon is going to be joining the mid lane once more on the Puck this go-around. Did a good job as the Dragon Knight, and behind that is going to be Shanks. This guy is a gank master, and he's got the Shadow Shaman this go-around. So we'll see if top 5 can clean it out and make it a 2-0 series if they take down Union Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, they looked fairly convincing in game number 1. If the execution is there for top 5, I have a hard time believing that this Union Gaming draft is going to work, because this is just so greedy. They have a Naga, a Storm Spirit. Like, all of these heroes really need levels or farm. Nova really needs both. IWO really needs both. Citadel really needs farm. The Naga even needs levels, and so does the Ancient Apparition.
Yep. Hey, he needs to get that Aghanim Scepter. So where the hell is everyone going to farm? Who's going to like linger off to the jungle and find some sort of side farm there? Are they going to try to push really hard early and just at least get the tower gold going? It's a bit questionable here for Union Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's gonna be a tough one for them, to be honest. But if they make it through the laning phase relatively unscathed, they can lose a couple tier 1s, but as long as there's not a huge kill disparity, they could have a pretty solid chance at making it happen in the mid game. But it's just gonna be tough, I think. It's gonna be tough.
Yep. And this is the first series of week number 4 in the ADL. And if you want to be watching in the game and control the camera yourself, then you can actually pick up the ticket, $3.99 in the store. Comes with the fantastic, and I'm sure Greg is showing it off right now.
Oh yeah,
sleek and sexy black monolith HUD, not named after the C9EG
Subway
manager,
Eater.
Subway Eater, but instead just monolith, sexy, sleek, back, minimalistic. You want it, you gotta have it. Get it right now, baby.
Yeah, and it looks real nice. I took off the overlay there for a second so you guys could see it in all of its glory. But certainly a nice looking HUD. Actually, now that I have it, I really like it. So this might be my new default. We'll see.
Yep. And you can catch more about the schedules, standings, who's winning, who's playing, who's coming up, who's in the front in this American Dota League by going to, obviously, AmericanDotaLeague.com. They have a very sleek looking website. I like it a lot, but it does not match up to the website that we got, Greg. HighGround.tv. I'm just going to go one plug into the other. This pause is getting a little excessive.
And Citadel is DCing. But yeah, you guys can check out HighGround.tv. You've got a couple interviews in the works right now with some of your favorite workshop artists, TV Dodo and Nuxie. So those should be up hopefully within the next couple of days. And hopefully we're going to have some extra content up there about the American Dota League in the next couple of days as well. So go check it out if you guys like it. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you want to see on there to make that your new favorite place to learn about Dota. But Citadel DC'd. His PC crashed. Condolences.
Just as it goes, it happens from time to time. I think we had like that pause like every single game when we were watching the end of the summit right there at the start too, like just like this.
Oh yeah, just like this.
A nice girthy pause, 5 minutes or something, just to really get everyone nice and warmed up, just to kind of ex-nay the hype. It was like the final game too. It's like, all right, it's finals time, and it's a pause. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wait 5 minutes, lose all hype and motivation to do it, and have to earn all that back again.
Well, hopefully we'll be back in here in a couple of minutes as potato computer. Oh god. That's kind of hilarious. But what can you do? What can you do about these pauses? Nothing. There's just nothing you can do. But I'm ready for the patch, Coddle Guy. We've talked about it a lot during these pauses. And after
you know, it's
drafts,
a safe.
it's
a safe go-to, Greg. Okay,
I'm sick of the heroes, man. I'm ready for new ones. You know, one of the changes that I actually really like. Yule's got a little secret buff. And,
What's that?
Well, not secret buff, but Blink Dagger got a secret nerf because of it. Yule's now, if you use it on an enemy, does 50 damage when they land. So you can't blink out of someone Yulesing you anymore. So that's a nice little one.
Really? I actually didn't see that.
So nice little spicy one. Big fan of that change.
Do you think that makes it like more invokers and pucks and what have you are going to be definitely considering the Yules now instead of more situational? It's like, well, if there have any sort of blink heavy heroes, we're just going to get the Yules. Yeah, my God, that's going to be rough. That makes life so hard for like Sand Kings and Earthshakers and Puck. Yeah. Oh man, that's nice.
Puck still has phase shift, so it's not quite as bad, but I thought that was a neat little change that I haven't really seen anyone talking about, so it's kind of a nifty one.
Well, that is nifty. I like that, but I don't know. Like I said, more eager to see some of the lower ranking heroes play. Everyone's starting to doubt Coddle now, which I can see. It's fine, Greg.
I've been saying it, man. I've been saying it.
Or doubter, but we'll see.
I'm not a stern believer in the Coddle.
It just kind of depends on where this is my opinion. It's like it just depends on where the gameplay style goes. Because back at the TI3, it seemed like people were more or less just delaying to get to the late game. We saw a lot of the Phantom Lancer Coddles, but people delaying the games out for a big ultimate. We saw a lot of long games happen, and now it's a lot more aggressive. People doing more, rotations with smokes and pulling out Shadow Demons, going to the mid lane early, making ganks happen and stuff. And the heroes that tried to delay the games out just kind of fell off the wayside. So it's something to try to bring them back, but I still think it's not going to be... for a while, I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing for Coddle, but I don't know. You're still going to be taking away a lot of farm from people who really need it, so we'll see. We'll see. I love it a lot. It's definitely nice. I'll definitely be using it, especially in pubs, but I don't know if anyone's going to be
sweet.
Regardless, the thing is, down the line, if you pick them up, because some teams just play them still, like Ake and Alliance, I know they'll pick it up from time to time, and it'll be a nice luxury item to have. Like, even at 40 minutes into the game, if you have the spare money from all the towers you've taken down to pick up an Ags, you're going to have that daylight vision all the time walking around with you. So it's still very nice. It's a nice something to have.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I mean, I think that's really where we're going to see it the most is, those really long games. It's a luxury item. And, well, I don't know. Could work. I just don't know. I don't think we're going to see, Ags Rush and Coddle. Although that would be hilarious.
Maybe in pubs for sure.
All you have to do is pubs, yeah. I mean, anything goes in pubs.
Go to the offlane, blast down some waves, just have no regard for pushing the lane, step over to the jungle, blast a couple there. You have an Ags, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. But, man, this is getting lengthy.
This is going to be like full length of game number 1 at this point.
Yeah, right? It was a pretty short one. Pretty short game number 1.
What is next after this? Top 5 versus NA Rejects?
NA Rejects, yes. Fog
Rejects. Johto. They just recently won the Summit. They're going to be the 8th and final spot for the NA realm, I guess, for the Summit. They made it through the pre-qualifier and on their way to the qualifier.
Yeah, qualifiers for qualifiers. Heard you like qualifiers.
I want them to win the whole thing because it'd be only
me
cheap
too.
To play that much.
I told them yesterday that I was going to be rooting for them, and they better win.
Because they've played so many freaking games by this point just to get there and then make it their way all the way through that. Hopefully that's the case. Citadel's back. Thank God.
Woo! I'm ready to roll out the party, man. Well, here we go.
The hype train stopped briefly in the station. We had a bit of a bathroom break, and
we had to switch the crew out. And well, we're ready to go now. This is a nice Spirit Bear. Big fan. All right, well, we'll see. I mean, a lot of this draft, back to the heroes in the game. I mean, if they don't execute well with these other 4 heroes, Passhole could be in a bit of trouble. He needs some space. He definitely needs some space. And
Union Gaming should know that they need to try to address him before he even has the opportunity to get space. So they have to play a little more aggressive, try to take out this Family Lancer before he has a problem. Make sure you constantly have the dust, have everything you need, all the tools to really nip him in the butt.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're roaming through now. Looks like they're going to try to contest this with an aggressive tri-lane. So this explains the Lone Druid pick a bit more, gives us a little bit more insight into exactly what's going on here. And looks like Citadel is actually just going to be playing the Lifestealer.
Yeah, this is interesting. Shifting around the roles, you know, so we'll see who can perform better in this particular situation. Maybe just, you know, their previous core player, not really an advocate Lifestealer, and Citadel's very comfortable in the role, so maybe he'll just fill it up himself. But regardless here, are they going to actually go more aggressive here in the bottom or make the long rotation all the way to the top? Looks like the latter.
I think they're going back to just grab the rune, block creeps. I think this is going to be an aggressive lane right here. And, well, the good news... well, that's actually bad news. Damn. What is E-Ward? Already done. Right here. Goodbye, Observer Ward. Are they still holding on to 1? Yes. Still holding on to 1.
Top 5, one step ahead here. Throw down a nice little quirky obs ward to see anyone coming in trying to prevent them from getting the pull going. And these defensive supports, man, already putting up the defenses here and not going to hand anything over easy and trying their best to allow Pat Soul to get free reign in this lane.
And I think they actually dewarded a sentry, so apologies for that little clerical error. But we'll see how this aggressive tri-lane works out here. They started out with a haste rune. They've got Ensnare now. Cold Feet. Can they secure a kill with this? That's the question. They need to put the pressure on Pat Soul early. They need to put the pressure on Pat Soul often. Otherwise, we've seen what Phantom Lancers can do.
Yep, certainly have. Naga, very aggressive. Actually going to block the pull with her body. I guess that's the next best thing you can do, and why not, right? So they're going to prevent them from getting the lane back in their flavor, while I would ensure in the lane Lifestealer and Ancient Apparition are going to hold up with the help of Chilling Touch. They can put out some heavy damage, and, you know, it doesn't seem like Family is going to be able to take a lot of punishment here. He does get an early bit of Ring of Protection, of course, to help out, putting him at 5 armor, so he can take a few licks, but I don't know. It's going to be cautious here. I'm curious to see which team's going to be able to get the upper hand here.
Well, he seems to be doing okay so far. I mean, part of the reason that I think Pat Soul can do well in this lane is if he just gets a couple lances off on Jericho, Ancient Apparition does not have a lot of HP and could easily send him back to the fountain. So that could definitely be something, and this is a pretty easy tri-lane for them to disrupt. I mean, they have the Shadow Shaman who's got 2 things to make that happen. They also have, at some point, already actually, a point in double walk will help out with it as well. Spirit Lance spam has begun.
Yep. I mean, you don't have the benefit of that sweet coddle there to give you perma mana, but, you know, he'll throw it out regardless. Yeah, Bassi will help out, throw him out, does heavy damage, a lot of harassment. It's going to be fun. This is a hero we have not seen in action in quite some time. At least I personally haven't. So
I can't believe we just used the word fun in combination with PL, but, you know, I kind of agree with you.
It's been a while. It's a nice little throwback, and then you quickly remember why this guy was a real pain in the ass back in the day. But the thing is, it's like, that was the pain in the ass. Now it's like Lycanthrope, and it's like, now I'm kind of missing Phantom Lancer. You know, it's like an Ember Spirit and all these new heroes that are becoming a new pain in the ass. It makes Phantom Lancer look pretty good at this point.
Yeah, and, well, they put down a Sentry Ward, just trying to make sure they have complete control over this lane if there's an Observer hiding. And, well, a little bit of harassment going out here on the Naga Siren, also clearing a pathway through, creating a juke spot. And there's the Ensnare. Going to go on Shanks. Cold Feet as well. And, well, he gets the Shackle off. It's not enough. He's going to go down to Jericho. Is the Naga going to go down? Whoa! Salves through it. He's alive. Whatever now. Trying to nuke down. They do get the Ancient Apparition, but now Citadel going to work on whatever. There's an Ensnare as well. Citadel continuing to hit him, and now Pat Soul turns around, takes down the Naga Siren. That's a double kill for him. Now Citadel barely has enough mana for Rage right now, so he is going to live even if another Lance were to come through. So 2 for 2. Did both carries get both kills? No, Ancient Apparition got one of them.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fun little brawl right there. They're like, we'll take a support, then we'll get a support, and we got a support, then you do it. But the benefit goes to top 5 because Pat Soul got both of the kills, I believe, right? Yeah. Yeah, he did. So, wow. Huge early farm coming away from Phantom Lancer, a guy you don't want to have it. And son of a bitch, we got another pause.
Well, sadness. But let's take this time to check out the other lanes. IWO, 18 last hits for him, going against the Puck, who's at 13. So, pretty even exchange there. Small little level advantage for Tiburon, as there's been some rotations out of lane for the Storm Spirit to pick up the runes. So,
Now, Greg, you are a Storm Spirit player going against the puck. How do you feel?
you're just trying to get the pulls off. I mean, if you can get a pull off, you can get a lot of damage done. But you have to be very careful because Waning Rift can hose you in your initiation and just make it so you die. So you need to be a bit careful. Try to bait out the Waning Rift. Try to bait out the phase shift, and it's pretty easy to do so. Interestingly, IWO is going for more of the old school build here, maxing the, well, not maxing, but getting 3 levels in the Electric Vortex. And I think against the puck, this is an okay choice because you can't really rely on the overload hits to give you a lot of harass because of phase shifts. So
Greg knows what he's talking about, everyone. He plays
love
good
I
Storm
love
Spirit.
Storm.
He's carried me many a time in the game, so
definitely better than Ryu. I know I'm about to get flamed for my Storm play in the chat.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long time since I've replayed Storm, so I might even give you that one. So we'll see. But well, he doesn't play anymore, so that's the problem.
Yeah,
so
that's
right
true.
now you
Now
look
he's
better.
just a normal
I mean, you
scrub
look better
like us.
regardless because he just pays. He's like, I'm gonna try to be a caster. So whatever, man.
Sell out.
Whatever.
Sell out or something. And well, he's coming back into the game now. The Naga Siren is here, but I think this is a pretty even matchup. A lot of it is going to come down to player skill and execution. If you can get the pull off, you can get a pretty big advantage, but you do have to be very careful because if you can't burst through the puck, the spells that puck can bring out are very solid nukes, so you need to be careful. But we'll see. After level 6, this gets really hard for puck, though.
Interesting matchup also on top lane to Nil. Batrider going against the Lone Druid. We don't get to see this very often. Curious to see how the Sticky Napalm is going to benefit him. Now, obviously, the easy harassment, as you can see with the bear, just really pelting at him. But regardless, the stacks will come out. He's constantly splashing it down. So I'm curious to see how Batrider is going to do. Holding it up. Can he deny the Lone Druid from getting a lot of farm? Probably not. But he will be able to find the farm himself.
Yeah, well, they're just continuing this bottom lane. Keeping our eyes down here, Visage is actually rotated out of the lane. Gonna try to get a gank off on IWO before he's level 6, but
Dire's
unfortunately,
middle tower
he's
is
found
under
himself
attack.
an invis rune. It's gonna be a bit harder for the Visage. That doesn't mean this bottom lane is sad though right now. They kind of have to back up.
Yeah, I do like Storm Spirit. Getting rune control for himself, definitely a perk to have when going against a puck, and throws it out early, looking to scout it out for now. But
Here we go. There's the pull.
There it is. Yeah.
He's going to try to nuke him through, and there's the Waning Rift, so he has to back off there. But that's what we're talking about. I mean, Storm can do a lot of damage early, and I think, if you max the Overload, it's potential that you get a kills off little engagements like that. So
Yeah.
it comes down to opinion. I mean, this new max Overload build is pretty unconventional and much different than people used to play Storm. But if your team already has a decent amount of lockdown, you can usually get away with it. Their team doesn't really, though, so I think that's why he's going for the Vortex build.
I like Union Gaming. They're sticking strong, contesting the pull. They even got the whole wave actually coming all the way back for Sidoroy here to pick off the last hit. So each team just kind of finding their own farm. Petzel's having a little bit of a hard time, trying to do it under the tower. That's when you're really testing your last hit. Yeah, he blew it right there. So yeah,
no quality blade.
It's hard. It's hard to do. So it just goes. That's a testament to show.
Missed that one as well, but he does have decent damage at this point, up to 73. So we'll see. I'm looking to see him get the Lance spam on again. Try to bring down this Ancient Apparition. They've got Ether Shock as well.
I'm surprised that Union Gaming aren't looking to try to make something happen again. I guess they weren't happy with the results last time, but they can't do nothing here. I mean, Fairmonster is gonna find his farm. It's just, I don't see why they shouldn't, in the meantime, just pull out the Shilling Touches. Ancient Apparition eventually will need to find farm somewhere because he needs to get level 6. Ice Blast is very crucial to have.
Yeah, absolutely. And not a lot of action, definitely going to be hurting the Ancient Apparition here. With no pulls available for them. I agree with you. I mean, I think they need to get things moving along here.
We thought for a moment maybe Evo can make a go on top, but
Storm's
Batrider
got a DD. This could very easily turn into a dead puck. With the DD, Storm can do outrageous amounts of damage. Pull going on in the bottom lane, and Puck's actually just going to back up for a little bit.
They're both level 6, so we'll see. I mean, Puck might actually migrate to the bottom here if he wants and use the coil in that respect. They scout out, they see that they're looking to make a pull here, and Puck still toying with the idea, going back and forth, but not committing just yet. But
well, he's scared of mid lane now. That double damage is a very real threat for him.
Oh, I would imagine so.
So we'll see. If he is coming back to lane now, does have Dream Coil available. If he gets the initiation off on Storm, there's a chance he might get a successful engagement, but just needs to be super careful. Phase boots up for the Lone Druid. Be interested to see what kind of itemization we get. Radiant's definitely not a must now that they've changed the orb effects on the Lone Druid bear, so maybe we'll just get the Maelstrom again or something like that.
I'd be curious to see that. I'm sure the effective whirl from the Mjolnir works very nicely on the bear too, but he's losing a little bit of CS here in the lane. 10 CS to the Batrider. Batrider putting in some serious work here. He did pretty good when he had a lackluster early start. Now he's having a pretty good start. It's near 1,400 gold, going right for a Blink Dagger. Definitely on the 9-minute marker, but they're actually going to see if they can get something going here in the mid lane without the benefit of the Blink, but maybe instead they can just use the bit of fog in their favor as they will wait for no one.
Yeah, unfortunately, IWO pretty much had the same thought. He's head up towards the top lane, and, well, there's just no one there.
How long do you wait before you go somewhere else?
Yeah, unfortunately, this means that Patzol, again, is just not getting anything in the bottom lane. I think he just needs to rotate back down, get Patzol's farm, and now finally, IWO, oh, misses that haste rune. He's sad now that someone else went in there and grabbed that, but Patzol needs to go get some farm.
Yep, they're still waiting for him to come back. I mean, I will saw them, and he's doing the long rotation up and around to get back to the mid lane, and these supports are still waiting. Maybe they can get a jump.
Jeez. This is brutal. They've been here for a long time. And this is actually a big problem. Like, Patzol's not farming this whole time, neither of these heroes are farming this whole time. If they don't get this kill, this is going to be a disaster. Oh my god, they're leaving.
Lots of time wasted right there. Bat has plenty of farm to fall back on, of course, but Shadow Shaman, it's a pretty long commitment, and Shanks is actually going to make the rotation to the top with the Bat here.
Yeah, that's, jeez, that's unfortunate. And still, I mean, Patzol now starting to get a little bit, now that whatever pulled. But he really needs to get things moving along. He is going to be going for a Midas, has the recipe, just needs the Gloves of Haste, and he's decided to buy those. Doesn't think he's going to make it up to the side shop. There's a Sentry Ward down here, so he can't really walk up here with double walk.
Yep. Gloves are already bought up in his stash.
Top lane though, Haste Rune, Nova, he's getting pulled. The bear trying to make something happen here. There's a root on Respect. Is that going to be enough to keep him alive? No, not even close. IWO coming in, turns into a sheep immediately. Now he's in a lot of trouble. A little bit of an overextension there, out of mana. And nice little pick off. Nice little pick off there for the Radiant.
Luckily, Ewa didn't get caught out too much. Naga's still not level 6, so can't really help out with the song, but was there regardless as backup. So, in all, very happy to take down the Lone Druid, so they made something happen after all that waiting around and moving between the mid and back to the top lane. Again, they get something done, so very good for top 5 here, pulling ahead 3-2 in their favor. Patzol still continuation of farm going out in the bottom lane. Did he finally get the... Yeah, he got the Midas in hand, used it once already, and just trying to look to build forward, but he's got to be cautious, and nearby Ancient Apparition lingers on the side as now Nova goes to the bottom. There's the Dust, and looking to make the run. Open wounds, but a rotation to come in. Patzol, though, gets bursted down. The Cold Feet, even though it didn't freeze him up, did plenty of extra damage, and unfortunately they can't get a go. And Nova still running on Shanks here. No
root,
entangle.
No root. He's screaming no root at his computer right now.
Yeah, RNG doesn't help him out there. They can't get a secondary pickoff.
Yeah, well, they even it up now with the pickoff of Patzol. Pretty big, a pretty big one in my opinion. I mean, he just hasn't really gotten much moving along for him, and now Citadel picking himself up a Midas. That's gonna be coming his way.
An easy tower here, hopefully. I mean, rotations are coming. They're even smoking up to run in.
I think they're going to get the tower. Just a matter of what is it going to cost them.
Oh, might go for the blink. Might go Lifestealer. Yep, catches him out. Lasso's up, pulled back, trying to hold him in place. Ice Blast to come out though. A lot of damage on the Batrider as he does get bursted down. Lifestealer though did fall as well. Coil on 2 here, but no. Visage taken down. Jump in coming in from EO. Can he take out the puck?
God.
Furon gets caught out. RNG is in the favor this time for Nova as he does entangle him up. And they do rip down the Fairy Dragon. 3-2 all day, an advantage for Union Gaming.
Yeah, that was a pretty big one for them too, and he got 2 pretty convenient roots there, one on the puck, one on the Batrider, so that engagement works out for them. Sometimes if all those in your favor, and you get those wonderful little roots. So, well, top 5 off to a bit of a rocky start. Definitely not really what they want to be happening here. Now, Shanks, he's getting pulled back. Long duration Vortex, full duration, moves forward, Riptide as well. Whatever comes in, wants to maybe get a kill on IWO, but no, that Song of the Siren brought to you by Arteezy. He's out of here.
Still.
Dude, it's my favorite thing about this game. Every time there's a Naga, I get a little happy inside.
I bet you do. A little happy outside probably as well.
And well, there's mana boots up for that Naga Siren, so
under attack.
continuing to make a pretty decent impact on this game, I have to say, and been involved in a bunch of their kills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Bat Rider finding his own sign jungle farm here. I'm just observing as he's doing it, like a nice little ballet of farm. But he's got the Blink Dagger, immediately put it to use, just in typical Bat Rider fashion. Let's see if they want to keep that going here. Shanks, in the meantime, he's a little neglected as far as levels. He needs one more to get to 6. Then you'll have those precious Mass Serpent Wards, and now you can finally take down some towers because, well, they have yet to take a tier 1 themselves, and I'm sure that's on the agenda.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they really need to get something moving for them. They would love to get Patzol some extra farm. The good news is, after that bottom tower dies, it's much easier for Patzol to control exactly where the creeps are, and now he's pretty much just going to be getting free farm until they decide to go down there and actually disrupt him, so... Well, I like this. I like this for top 5. They need to get Patzol some farm, and they also need to get some farm here on this Shadow Shaman. It would be great for him to have the Blink Dagger to help them engage. Tiburon, almost at his as well. He's actually been farming decently well. He's finished up Treads. He's got a bottle as well, Null Talisman, and that Blink shortly on the way.
So I like this. They are forcing some of Union Gaming to commit to this mid lane here. No one is anywhere near bottom. This is plenty of room Patzol is loving right now and trying to build up that farm. But it's also a lot of time that Union Gaming is wasting trying to defend on mid lane that already Top 5's pulled back from. They're busy at top. They want Nova. They blink in, they grab him up. Lasso right back into Shanks. Shanks should be able to hex him up and follow it up with the Shackle if needed, and there it is. A few more auto attacks, and they made that look easy.
Shadow Shaman's just so good. He has 1 level in both of those disables.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable.
So good. What a hero. What a hero. Smoke here for the Naga Siren, I think, just delivered. And now, IWO going to be building towards the Orchid as soon as possible, but does not have that quite yet. Almost has 1 Oblivion Staff done. It does have it if he chooses. But probably going to be looking to bring out more than just 1 Oblivion Staff. And now he's starting forward. That was quite a lot of mana for...
He's hungry for that rune. He's like, I want it. Give it to me. Grabs it.
Jeez.
Man, the commitment of this man just to make sure he possesses that sweet bottle. But... now he has an illusion, or sorry, an invisibility rather in his pocket, ready to go. Looking to pull forward. They did not have the benefit of the song last go around, but this time they do. If they want to make something happen here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And game's pretty even at this point. Let's take a look at the net worth, see what's actually happening here. Citadel is at the top. Then we see the 2 cores here, Bat Rider as well as the Phantom Lancer, and then Puck just a bit farther down on that list underneath the Storm Spirit and the Lone Druid. So things are pretty even at this point. Both farmers farming, decently well. Is Patzol going for a Radiance? He's going to be my goddamn hero if he buys a Radiance.
Very nice ward put out in this mid lane. Immediately detects Evo trying to dance around and be invis. So they pull back way in reserve, well behind the tower. And it's wasting a lot of time here for Union Gaming as they can't quite catch a commitment just yet. They've been lingering a long time and nothing has paid off yet. And Patzol's even here as well, so that's a bit interesting. He's not continuing to farm out in the bottom lane. Instead, he wants to be a part of the action.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got a lot of gold. Jeez. We'll see what he's going to buy here. Is it going to be a Radiance? Is it going to be something like a Yasha? Nice job disjointing that ensnare. Still going to get hit by the... gets hit by the effect of the Ice Blast. Bit of damage as well. And, well... Naga would have loved that ensnare.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know that was disjointable, I guess, with that. I guess it's just my lack of seeing and playing Phantom Lancer. But that was interesting. That's a nice little thing, and that pretty much renders Naga's net completely useless to him because he'll probably reserve that in the meantime. They make a jump in, but they won't quite catch Evo in the mid lane. Bottles back, steps back. Oh, the battle for the rune. It's going to go to the joint of Puck as he quickly grabs up the illusion.
Yeah, there's a couple of pretty interesting interactions we've got going on in this game, but we'll see how they come into play. In the bottom lane, they put on some pressure. Time to knock down another tower.
And here we go. Aggression goes on the bottom lane. Fortification to fly out, but this is a couple of sets of damage that's pelting away with no one near, but reinforcements to come from the north. Whatever nearby. Puck, does he have coil? He does. He's got coil, he's got blink. Oh, they cross paths. They don't see it. They're just parallel of each other. They don't make him a go, and they'll let Union Gaming escape.
Yeah. Well, they're out of here. The good news, they keep their tower. They did have to commit a bit to that defense, though. Now they're going to smoke up immediately, rotating towards the mid lane, where Patzol is now farming fairly freely. And I think this might be a Radiance, and if it is, I mean, Phantom Lancer I don't think can farm quite as fast as a Naga, just because the illusions don't last as long, but it's pretty scary.
But he gets a lot more illusions when he's like in one lane. So, you know, we'll see what his kind of push style is going to be if he wants to try to spread the farm as much as possible, you know, even with the limitations that he has. Jump low, top lane. They catch out Nova once again. We've seen this before, my friend. Quick lasso up, the big bad bear. Can he get away from this one? Already Napalm stacking. He's done for. This lone druid has been a no factor in this game. Now, he did get the one root on the bottom lane, but that's about it. That's all I can think of, Greg, because right now he's having a hard game.
Really, really hard game, and he is just so far down on that net worth. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. You look at the net worth, there's the core section, and then there's the support section. And he is all the way at the bottom of that core section. So, definitely having some issues. I wonder, what is his itemization at? Well, we can't even check since the bear is dead. But, still a very even game here. But I have to say, I think I favor Pat Soul.
Pat Soul's the man. I love Mr. Soul. He's been doing a fantastic job. Even if he gets hindered a bit. They'll jump in briefly here. Sorry, just looks like they're making aggressive. Ooh, and snare from behind. They want to go for Puck. Nice pull. Can they lock him down long enough? Ice Blast to come. But the disjoint does not happen. But regardless, they shove back and they get him anyways. 1-for-1 trade of support for the Puck. And Batrider once more here. Looking to go on the AA. AA stacked up. Fire. Oh, nice jump in. Double kill.
Got him.
Respect my bat.
Yeah, and,
jumping right in and getting it done. I'd said he did work before. He's doing it right now.
Yeah, he has put on a great display on this Batrider. He's really been the driving force for a lot of engagements. And, well, Pat Soul, he's picked himself up a relic.
There it is. Questions answered. Straight to the Radiance. Now he's still still a little squishy, but regardless, he's been pretty elusive. He doesn't feel like he's getting caught out too much. The focus seems to be elsewhere, so he's content on just kind of using it more as a farming tool in the meantime, and then we'll build into more hefty damage, whether it's a Diffusal or a Manta or a Heart if you want to just be really an asshole. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, he is just quite farmed. I mean, he's getting it done, and there it is. It's going to be a Maelstrom for the bear. I think this is a good choice.
Finally complete. It helps.
He's very behind.
But they don't care about the bear. They're like, forget the bear. We're just going to go for you. And he's got nothing left to work with at that point. He's got his ultimate, yeah, but a pair of shoes, a little magic wand. I mean, he's as well dressed as like a terrible Harry Potter or something. I don't know. He's got nothing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're just trying to defend their tower now. But Pat Soul, I think, is going to get out of control here fairly shortly. It's going to get rough for him, I think.
Uh-oh. Puck creeping forward. Yo, they want it. There's the silence. Can they get it? They got it. Real easy. Immediately burst him down. Silence renders him useless. Bat follows up once again, and see you later, Storm Spirit.
Well, they do blow a lasso cooldown on that, but I think that's probably worth it. I mean, Storm is... I don't think he has...
nope.
On here? Oh, he does have it. It's on the core here.
Oh, okay.
Well, alright, that could have been better. If he did not have that recipe, it would have been a really nice pick-off. But, still... Just delaying the effectiveness of the Storm Spirit, very important, I think, and I wonder how are Top 5 going to play this? They haven't really, I mean, I think they need to secure a couple more Tier 1s. Well, here we go.
They need to get this Tier 1, because then this opens up more possibilities to go into the Roche Pit and take the next step. And they're having pretty much no threat here. Help with the familiars and the wards. This tower is going to be done for. They're going to gain a little more map control. They still have a Tier 1 available on the bottom, but top... It looks like is potentially the next target for Union Gaming here. Is they're looking to push forward, but the bear eating a lot of damage. This bat holding his own with just the Firefly.
Yeah, Radiant's online now for the Phantom Lancer, so he's going to be doing his own split pushing. And, with the farm advantage he has, I think he's going to be farming a bit more. Wow, Tiburon has been playing really well. Damn. That was a really nice phase shift again. But, I mean, I think with that Radiance, he's going to be able to split push even more effectively than the Lone Druid.
Yep, definitely, and he's well off to the races with that and shooting way far ahead of where this Lone Druid is, because Lone Druid at this point's got to be very scared. He's been picked off a couple of times. They don't have too much vision. Actually, I'm looking at it. They have like no vision, so he can't go safely to the woods. He can't really go anywhere. He's got to be constantly feared that maybe this Batrider is going to be nearby and locking him down again. While Phantom Lancer's like, the sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, the creeps are here. I'm getting gold. Everything is pretty. So. It's looking just too good right now for Top 5.
Yeah, it is looking very nice for them. I mean, with Pat Soul farming like this, you just have to favor them. And taking a look at the gold graphs, well, starting to come back in favor now of top 5. There was a small disadvantage there. We haven't had any kills in a little while here.
Oh, but they want something now. They balled up right inside the Storm Spirit. This is gonna be our first real Storm Spirit bomb, I guess you could say, in this game, which is nice. They definitely need to be a little more assertive here.
Yeah, I think they need to get some initiations going in their favor, because if not, this Batrider is just tearing them apart, and he almost has a BKB. Go farm respect is. He's putting in some serious work and having a lot of really great results.
By this point, I'm hoping I at least have the main core of the Blink and the Force Staff going, and he's already near completed his 3rd big item, so he knows where to find the farm. Obviously, it shows he's very familiar with this hero, very familiar with the Batrider and how to get his farm, so props to him. They're holding strong, but it looks like Union Gaming aren't going to commit on anything just yet, and still the Lifestealer is waiting for an opportunity to make something happen. Now, they pull out the images, they're looking to scout, but they're not running into anyone. This is just a bit of time ticking.
Split pushing away, and he's already got himself a set of nice little new boots of travel to upgrade over those brown boots, so he's going to be just split pushing forever and ever and ever, and this Phantom Lancer is not going to be looking for a fight for quite a while. And the Dire are doing a smart thing. They know they're a little bit up behind. Citadel been sitting inside IWO for the past couple of minutes here, and they're going to move over, head to the Roche pit, bring down this Roshan. Fairly uncontested, I think. They might lose a tower. Yeah, they're going to lose at least 1 tower for it.
Yeah, he was pestering there at the top. I mean, they're not too sure yet that they're committing to the Roshan. If they were, then Phantom Monster would probably be going a little more harder here, but it looks like they're now conga line smoked up, but as you can see by their gesture going up to the north, they don't know that the Roche is happening. Roche is taken down. I mean, we'll see what top 5 do from here, if they want to commit to this top line or if they second guess and pull back, and it looks like they're going to commit to the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. They're continuing to walk through here.
Attack.
Unfortunately, they're barking up the wrong tree. Both teams looking for something which is just simply not there.
We got no TP on the Storm Spirit. He has an Aegis, but no TP in case they make a commitment push here to the top. Doesn't look like they will, but not everyone would be able to make the trip back. Even Naga as well would need to pick up one.
Yeah, absolutely, and they could be in a bit of trouble here if they get pushed in. Do they even consider this as a possibility? As Nova has a TP?
I think they still are just not sure where the enemy team is. They obviously see a couple of them, but there's a good 4. And these 4 still clowning around, smoked up nearby, running back and forth, Lifestealer in hand and everything. Both teams just really like, what is happening? We don't know where
both teams seem to have absolutely no idea what's going on right now.
Dire's top tower.
They're really looking. They have no clue. Union Gaming is convinced that they're somewhere at the bottom. Top 5's like they're somewhere. It doesn't seem to be top. They don't seem to be in the base, but we can't quite commit yet. And now they're actually pulling out. Maybe they're going all the way back and just kind of taking the farm in the jungle in the meantime.
This is really weird.
This is really a bit awkward from both teams.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't committed more heavily to this top lane. I mean, they still haven't seen a single hero.
They have wards too.
Oh, here we go. They're dropping it. It's time to go in, and now all these heroes realize that they don't have TPs. IWO begins the long journey up towards the top lane. I hear a Naga song. Wait, oh my god, Lifestealer is still inside?
Lifestealer is still in him. He has been in him for so long. Oh, there's a jump. Catches up the bat before he can TP away. That was very convenient, though. Oh, surprisingly works out, and they pick up a little bit of bounty. That was very convenient, but they've been waiting a long time for that one. We all have been waiting a long time for something like that.
Yeah, and finally something happens here.
Well, I guess now they have numbers. Why not make a push happen? And they're lingering down the mid lane. But those still precious tier 1 in the top lane for Union Gaming if they want to grab that instead.
Yeah. It's been a slow game at this point. Both teams farming up, but I gotta favor the one that has the Phantom Lancer, and he is just continuing to farm away now. And IWO moves forward, actually goes way past Tiburon, using a lot of mana. Puck is gonna get brought down. 2 down now. Pat's ult's coming in though. Only 900 HP, does need to be careful. I think we're probably going to see, I think he's going to get a Manta or a Diffusal next, and then it's just time for a nice big heart.
I would wager Diffusal. It's one of the few heroes that seems like pretty crucial on. At least this is just, of course, my opinion, so I would imagine this will probably be a Diffusal Blade. Purge will probably help out as well, so we'll see. But Union Gaming, man, this is the biggest momentum they've had in quite quite a while, so they're going to take advantage of it while they can. Clear out the tier 2. The tier 1 was also taken down. If they can get another tower, that'd be great. Jump in by Respect, but doesn't quite catch anyone out and has to pull back. So now is going to be waiting out the Firefly, but still holds the lasso in the meantime. Also have to consider Naga does have sleep available. That could really fuck up a serious fight here, but in the meantime, they're just going to try to pelt down this tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams have looked very hesitant to commit this game. This looks like a very different top 5 than last game, I have to say. Even since the earlier parts of the game, I guess they're just content to let the PL farm away.
Is under attack.
And IWO gonna go in on the puck yet again. He's still caught, taking a couple big right clicks from the Lifestealer. Ice Blast coming through, puck avoids that. Unfortunately, that's gonna take down the Shadow Shaman. Koyer goes down. That was doing something in the base, and now they're returning their eyes back to the tower. The Lone Druid is good at doing this, though, taking down those towers, and he's going for Radiance as well. Both teams, I guess, looking to bring this to the ultra late game.
Oh boy.
Might have a long one on our hands here, buddy.
Yeah, this is the one thing that then you remember why
Yeah,
Phantom
you remember
Lancer in
why
a
no
game
one
is
liked
like,
Phantom
wait a
Lancer.
minute. This is it. As a caster, this is why Phantom Lancer can be a bit of a headache here. They love to milk the clock. They love to take those 60-minute games, and then it's finally like, okay, dude, we get it. You're everywhere, you're all over the place, you're ripping apart our base, we can't get there in time. We'll finally raise the white flag, but we'll see. I mean, Union Gaming got to know then that the clock is ticking. You can't allow that time to come. So you got to make shit happen. I mean, I know you're going into a Bat Rider, you're going into a lot, but you might have to consider setting things up more, maybe with the song, trying to get more jump offs. I mean, they've been a bit ineffective with the Lifestealer bombs, so let's see if they can kind of, you know, shrug it all off and bring the game back in their favor and try to even up this series.
It's kind of awkward for Union because if you look at, I mean, it's just really hard to say what's going to happen in the ultra late game because you're going to have a million Phantom Lancer illusions. That much is clear, but the question is, can you actually clear them out? They're making the right items to do so. They've got a Radiance and a Maelstrom on the Bear. They've got a Maelstrom on their Lifestealer. So they're doing their best to create the items that will make it so they can mow down these illusions once he's got an army. And he is going to be going for a Manta style next. So there is certainly going to be a lot of them. The question is, once there's a heart, once there's a butterfly, is it going to be enough?
Yeah, I like that they're stepping up their wave clearing. It's very important with all those illusions, constantly putting out the Radiance and all that extra damage. You can't really have that happening because they'll rip apart your base in the blink of an eye. So definitely a smart choice. They have little things helping them out with the Riptide, with the pickup of the Radiance, and both Maelstroms, obviously. So, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be put to the test, and it's a matter of can they get an A and save the base, or are they going to flunk out and lose the game?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think I just have this feeling in the pit of my stomach we might go long here, but we'll see. Tiburon, Mister, is he gonna? Nope, that's a BKB on the Bat Rider. He drags him back. That BKB still not over, and now that Naga has not gotten anything done that she wanted. But now Shanks, he's getting brought down by Citadel, who's taking this game over. He's got a Hyperstone, an SNY, and an Armline. He's been quietly farming away here, and now IWO moving forward on whatever. Top 5, they're trying to make something happen, but they get punished for it. They get 2 for 1.
I mean, inevitably, they know that they're going to be handicapped in the fight. They have committed to one without Phantom Lancer. So it's 4 versus 5. If they come out on top, that's a huge victory for them. So, and then breaking even is fair. If they get a pick off, that's fantastic or whatever, but they don't come out on top. They have to sacrifice the tower. They sacrifice the fight. And potentially here, a bit of a threat to come up the uphill here. But Visage is about to be back. They should have their full roster, and already Phantom Lancer is TPing back to the base.
Yep. Back he comes. Needs to make sure that they keep their base under control here, and they really need to present a good resistance, because if not, the Lone Druid Bear with Demolish can just nail through these towers extremely quickly. So
yeah. It's risky. I mean, at the same time, Top 5 could be walking on a bit of eggshells here. If for some reason, some way, they lose this Phantom Lancer and he does not have buyback, it's over. Union Gaming, the Bear, and the power they can bring into the base and just clear out, and just clean house, rather, it's tremendous. So
yeah, not quite as good like a Luna or something, but still, you can very quickly knock down buildings. It's more concentrated damage on the building you're killing. Oh, God.
And we'll see. You know, it's been about that time. The game was getting a little bit too moist. We gotta dry things up a bit with a pause. You know, let's slow a roll a bit, Greg. It was a little too hype. Teams need a timeout. They're gonna huddle up, have a Gatorade maybe.
Yeah, hopefully this one's not too long. Had to pause my microphone on the stream there for a second, but here we go. That was okay. Whew. Whew.
Okay.
I get nervous. I get nervous when they're like 30 seconds, please, and it's like okay, actually 30 seconds. But it looks like we're just gonna be heading into the late game. Oh no.
Oh, come on, Gray. Why you gotta jinx it like that? You just... I was trying to say nothing. I was like, let's just let it happen, please. And they're like, nope, wait. Hold on. My potato computer has just grown a new eye. It's all busting up.
Well,
We gotta wait it out.
yeah, I mean, when they say 30 seconds, probably was like, all right, someone was like, okay, be right back. Aghanims is up for the Visage. Still only level 6, though. Oh, that's kind of funny.
This is one of the slower farm visages I've seen in a long time, but he's somehow managed to acquire an Aghanims, based off
It
probably
doesn't
all
really
the
have any
towers.
CS or anything, just from killing towers and not dying too much.
He's still gonna make a lot happen. The birds are there, all 3 of them, the most you can, absolutely get. So he's gonna definitely look to put in work with that. Have the heavy pushing power, the extra stun lock, and what have you. Of course, Soul Assumption, you can manage to get it off, and you're getting everything you need done. So we can't doubt him on that. The extra farm is nice, but his purpose is still gonna be happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanks, oh, they're just walking through here and dewarding. This is really smart. They need to establish better map control on their side of the map. There's still one ward over here. But clearing out their jungle gives Pat Soul some additional options, and he's got another 2,000 gold already. This man knows how to hit creeps. He is 4,000 ahead of everyone else. Total gold lead back in favor of Union, but just by a little bit. At this point, 3,000 gold. Not too big of a deal.
And Lifestealer completes out his AC, and Storm Spirit gets his own bit of CC with picking up the Sheepstick. And the AC, man, I was talking about it a bit. If they get the opportunity to get a good pick off on Pat Soul and the opportunity to take the base, that AC is going to look mighty fine, and they're going to rip apart the whole base.
And I think that's the key. The Sheepsticks, the Hex, things like that, that's what you really need to take down a Phantom Lancer. Oh, gonna get a bird. Nice job using that Remnant. Gives you flying vision. It's a little, if you don't play Storm a lot, you might not know that. Those little Remnants give you 800 flying vision, so able to pick off the birds.
That's sweet, sweet gold, too.
Oh yeah,
There we
100
go.
gold. Easy.
Lifestealer backpacking it up now in EWO. And we've seen this before, and they've committed. They've sweated it out,
Dire's
doing
bottom
the
tower is
undercover
under attack.
cop route, just patiently waiting it out. Now moving into the Roche pit here. Still got a little bit of time. It's
Unfortunately,
almost
it's a
up
pretty
here.
long one.
We might see a nice tift here, though, because it looks like Top 5 also know that it's about that time, and they're rolling in from their own jungle. So this might be a bit of a gang brawl, Greg.
I'm ready to see a fight.
Yeah, let's get the knives drawn, all right?
Yeah, everyone, come on, get it out. Let's go. Fight. Pat Soul, I think he's probably going to be going for an HP item next with the Radiance. I don't think you need to go for Diffusal. Maybe you do, but I think having a heart would make everything a lot better for them.
Oh, yeah. It also can make things more perplexed for Unity Gaming. They think they're committing on illusion, it's really durable, and you're like, maybe this is it, maybe it is, no? And then like you're just more flustered at the fact that you're trying to commit a lot into just mere illusions. So we'll see. The ever-elusive Phantom Lancer, can you try to make something happen here? It's about rhyme and ready, it's about Roche time.
It's coming back up soon. Are we going to see a big fight over this one? I'm not sure Pat Soul really wants to be involved in a Roche fight. I think he just wants to push out the lanes and try to kill their racks while they're messing around with the Roche pit. It's like, you guys and your extra lives, I'm just not going to die. I think that's his plan.
Pat Soul's tired of waiting. He shoves himself all the way to the top lane. He's just going to proceed to Walter White this one out. Cancer on through the top lane. Just look to push it in. He's got boots to travel, so if they need him in a fight, he'll rotate over. But Dire, they know, they see him top. They're like, we're just going to quickly burst down this Roche, and I think Top 5 they just know that they might have to hand this one over. Just look at all that hefty damage coming
Looks like
out.
they've conceded it. Well, they're going for it, but it's a bit too late. Do you really want to take it afterwards? I don't think so. And unfortunately, Pat Soul didn't get as much going for him. He has 5,000 gold. Every time I look over, he's got like another 1,000 gold.
Dire's top tower
It's
is under
ridiculous.
attack.
Regular Scrooge McDuck here.
Yeah, he's
Guarding
swimming in
copious
it
amounts.
soon.
He's holding, I'm sure, a bit of buyback. He's only got 1,300 life. If he gets caught in the wrong end of a fight, he'll go down. He needs to be right back in it to make something happen, or buy back, go up for a split push, dive ball into it. I mean, his illusions are already putting in work, just doing a nice little dents into the top of the base there. But continuing to farm it out regardless. Let's get that heart. Let's get that extra survivability, and then we can really put on a beating.
Yeah, they're walking through here. Again, the Lifestealer, is he still inside IWO from before? Not sure. I think he is. I don't think he's
No,
come
they
out.
did Roche since then. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot they did
But
Roche.
still,
He's hexed up. And are they going to be able to bring him down? Shanks taking right click from Citterall, getting nailed down. So much damage coming out from the Life Stealer. Down he goes. 2 picked off for nothing. That's a problem. That is a problem. Wards are not dropped. The Visage is down. The Birds are down. And now all you've got is your Puck, your Bat Rider, and Tatzel, who was not even close. He's on cooldown. Boots of Travel on cooldown. This is what you were talking about. As soon as they get an opportunity, boom, blow it up. Kill the base.
Wow, no, I mean, it's not over, but their mid lane is over. I mean, and they didn't have buyback.
Oh, they're rotating. They're going for it.
They're taking advantage of this as much as they can. The window is open, and we're looking to jump through into the victory. So, look at the damage coming out the Wolf. There's the jump in, though, coming out from Respect. Pulls back the Bear.
That didn't work.
And Citterall.
Uh-oh. That's all trying to get away. No, he's hexed! Instant as well. This might be the end of the game for top 5. There's so much damage in their base. We're on the Bear. Shackle going off on him. Nova, he's backing off. Does have resum available for the Bear. In comes the Soul Summons, but IWO going to work. Double kill. And they're going to back off finally, I think. Are they really going to back off? It's just Patsoul. Go kill him again.
Wow. I mean, I guess they're like...
As soon as they have Hex, I think they
we
might
got
come
a
back
lot
around.
that we needed to do. The whole mid lane's been taken down. The tier 3 in the top lane now down. So top 5 wounded. At least their bases. So they're going to have to try to come back from this one now with the mid lane that's just a little powerful here. And it's just a matter of can they try to come back, make a fight happen in their favor, and then take a base themselves, because that was already so close to home. The supports were just caught right over here. And that's all it took. Quick pick off 1-2, and then they just moved onto the base and took everything apart.
And losing the Shaman is deceivingly important. He's got so much CC. The wards are pretty important to your defense, and having that Hex online is a key to taking down the Phantom Lancer. Really the big item to kill him. And he's gone for the Glass Cannon build. He's got a Diffusal Blade, no heart, and part of that I think is he didn't want to buy out the heart because he knew he might need the buyback, and wisely so, as he definitely did need it. Bought back at the end of that fight.
Yep. And now, just continuation of farm goes up to the top lane, and Union Gaming, I mean, do we wait it out and wait for the Roche to try to make something like that happen again? Do we just continue to farm up? We feel pretty strong right now, and we got, you know, them wounded. Do we just keep things going, or are they going to wait?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know how much that Aegis was... I'm not sure if he killed Patsoul before the Aegis went off. He has a BKB now. I don't think... Yeah, he didn't have that for the last fight. I think you can go back in now that you have the BKB on Storm. Respect can't really seem to do anything anymore. There's a lot of, wow, HP, but they're going for it. Smoked up. Top 5. They want to take control of this game. They want to be proactive. Try to get a pick off here. They're going to find someone. Oh, he blinks way through. He wants to kill IWO, but no! He doesn't turn on the BKB before he goes in. So the song going to disrupt it, and now the Visage going to take down the Ancient Apparition. Soul Assumption going through Citterall. Oh my god, the Dire, they're on the way back. Are they going to trade Rexes here? The Naga goes down immediately. The Bear taking a lot of damage. Nova taking a lot of damage. What's the buyback status? He goes down. What a crazy game. There
Bear
are
and
4
Lightstealer
buybacks.
can both buy back. They probably should here. Naga already comes out, and there it is. 1-2. Do we pull back now?
Oh,
we certainly
baby.
do. Look at all that money.
And that is music to Patsoul's ears after buying back in the last one. He wants to get all that gold back, and well, that buyback's definitely a way to do it. And that was 4 buybacks, and they're trying to make something happen here, but there's just no one really around. He has a regen rune, so he's just, I think he's trying to make bottom lane as fast as possible.
I'm sure top 5 would love to even things up more and manage to sneak in a Rax before that point, but regardless, they're still happy with the...
I mean, yeah, they're happy with
coming out on top of the fight
buybacks.
and forcing all that money. Now they're not going to be leveling up in farm, at least for the next little while. I mean, you're talking like, what, 1,500 gold or so for some of these people to get back into the game. It's a whole item they have to hold back and put off for now. So now they know Union Gaming are going to go back to their simple rotation of farm. So we'll see if top 5 look to change things up and try to bring the pressure now that they have to force Union Gaming into going back into that farm rotation.
Heart completed here for Patsoul. Excellent news for him. This is good news. This is good news. Having this heart online is going to make it much harder to kill all of these illusions. Creates a little horde that have a lot of HP, and if he's able to get a butterfly after this as well, this is when Phantom Lancer becomes very scary. I don't think MKB is even in the realm of we're thinking about buying it right now for any of these heroes.
I feel bad if we already talked about this, but Naga looking to make her way towards the Lincoln Sphere, actually getting relatively close.
Have not.
I mean, is this really pretty significant for her? I mean, yeah, it's a little more survivability.
I think it's more significant because she can put it on other heroes, to be honest. I don't think she's going to be using it on herself. She's going to be using it on the lasso targets, I think.
What a support. That's what we do.
Alright, IWO, Lifestealer jumped inside again. It seems like Citadel spent most of the last 10 minutes inside of the Storm Spirit. They're just a regular old happy couple.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm just go ahead, put my hands up behind my head, relax, and wait for the right opportunity to try to make something happen.
You let me know when you're about to go in, and I'll be ready.
Yeah, and they're going to go down top. Union Gaming push out the bottom lane while they can, and they're already making the long sprint back to the bases. You can see pings are flying out. Union Gaming, it's very clear they're making a move towards the top lane, and they're setting the pace of this game, and they're trying to choke up top 5 into the base, almost suffocate them, I guess, if you will, and prevent them from going out and getting any sort of easy farm.
Double Bracer and an Ogre Club for the Shadow Shaman. Just trying to get himself some more HP. This is the only problem with this hero, really, is it's just really easy to die. You don't have a lot of HP. Smoked up. They're ready to go.
Yeah, let's see if they can make something happen here. Still, Lifestealer all bombed up. Trying to keep them guessing on where they might be before they make the jump in. Bear already going to town on the racks. And it's eating a lot of damage here. They do actually shoot it up. And they're going to hold it down and try to quickly inherit the 300 gold. But the jump in coming from EO. Can they bomb it up? No, they can't get it on the bat. Finally pulls through. They do grab the bat. They're lassoing him up, trying to burst him down. But there's the lasso to return fire. They're looking to pull back. Meanwhile, they are laying out damage onto the racks. Bat steps back, throws out the flame break to adjust him a bit. Racks will end up falling. Coil and a couple here. Whatever picks up a killing spree. There's the song, and they're going to make their escape. Wards are laid down to put up the defenses, but the damage has been done. Can they take any casualties on the way out, though? They're looking to go on the Naga. And the Lone Druid, poor little Nova, caught out. Very long shackle. He will fall. Oh, Bat ends up falling to the Bear. The Bear rips him apart once more, moves onto the puck, but there. Ends up falling in the end. They pick up a couple. Killing spree for Pat Soul. 4 down all day. Let's see if they can try to push it back now.
And he's immediately going towards bottom lane. He knows that they can't buy back again. Ewo can, but the rest of them can't. So Pat Soul's going to make a real attempt at the racks here, I think. Oh yeah, he's going for it.
He can. Pretty positive there's no buyback. Nope, no buyback on either.
Only Storm. It's the only one who can buy back. There's a gem sitting here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But Pat Soul trying to go to work here.
He's actually running all the way up to top, leaving his illusions to try to pelt in. This is interesting.
He's going to meet up with his team.
Oh, that very low tier 3 done. Now Rax exposed. Swatting away with the stick.
Which Rax did they kill? Did you kill the melee Rax? So.
Is under attack.
This is a big issue now for top 5. It might have gone too long. Well, this Rax looks like it might die here. They are very afraid to commit to this. Well, it does go down to the Visage Birds and the illusions. And this is what I'm talking about. Look how tanky these illusions are. You're doing a lot of work. And now Patsel's going to come in again and refresh him up. Makes one with the double walk. You make another one for Lance. Ewo now forced to back up completely out of mana.
Lasso's ready.
Is going to die.
Yeah, they're going to get it. Lasso's up now. Bat's back, fully healed up, returns back with the boots of travel. And now they're actually making the long rotation potentially to the bottom lane. They got to be careful if they're caught out. Naga, 10 more seconds, she'll have Song, and they can utilize it.
One thing to notice, the tier 4s here for the Radiant. 38 HP and 527, so definitely something they need to keep their eyes on. Make sure that those don't go down too easily.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Can't hand over any sort of excess gold. Wow, the tower down. Illusions and familiars. Look at that!
Good.
Ripping it apart. No team wants to commit too much just yet. Finally, Union Gaming realized we might need to try to defend these out and commit a little bit more because top 5's already long gone from the base. And they actually even things up. They take a tower, or they take a Rax themselves and a bit of a structure. I guess technically Union Gaming's ahead 1 Rax, but now they're going to look to push out. Roshan's up, actually, and as you can see, they're already being scouted out by the Visage Birds, and Evo wants them.
Oh, he's going to kill them all. Those just got resummoned, too.
Oh!
I'm going to drop down. I'm not sure they're going to make it out of here, though. Oh, Citadel, he gets lassoed up. They're going to engage on this. They know they're there because the Visage Birds. In comes the Song. Doesn't look like it's keeping him from doing too much damage. Shank's running away with the BKB on. In comes the Coil, whatever going through as well. Patsoul, oh, the pause. 1-800 Merlini.
Where the hell's my phone at?
Iwo has called. And they just unpause immediately after. Apparently he's lagging. Well, the Naga going down. Citadel Vi's back. Ewo. He's got buyback as well. Is he going to use it?
Unbelievable. Well, they look to push forward. Do they quickly take the Rocher themselves? No, they kind of want to end the game. Rotating all the way to the bottom. Looking to get it done. But from that last fight, from what it looked like, Naga was trying to rush in as fast as possible with the Song to help out the Lifestealer, but they were pulling the Lifestealer away from the Song, and it was just too far out of range, and it looked like they burst him down before the Song caught up. So, wow, good timing for them. This Rax is getting immediately ripped apart. I don't know what really happened with that pause. I don't know if Union Gaming are like having it out with each other.
Dude, I need to get Merlini on speed dial right now. Damn.
This is ridiculous. I mean, unfortunately, that's the second set of racks down. In the base in the meantime, look at this. Undercover. Nova and Lifestealer on the bear. Farting around the base. What the hell are they doing?
Steven turned off the radiance.
Here. Oh man.
What's their plan?
Secret agent here is they're gonna run on.
Oh my god, they're just gonna go for the throne. This is a terrible idea. What the hell are they thinking?
This isn't a pub.
This has backdoor protection. Oh my freaking god. Oh, what is happening? Well, they can BOT on the bear. Oh, he's coming! Ewo's coming in. I can't believe they're doing this in their base. Ewo turns on the BKB, goes to work on Tiburon. The bear takes down the Shadow Shaman. He buys back immediately. Tiburon trying to run away. No, he's not making out. Ewo gets a double kill after BOTing on the bear in one of the most ridiculous plays I've seen in a very long time. Oh my god.
Very admirable attempt to try to get something done, but it unfortunately blows up in their face and they can't get it. Storm Spirit, a man on the run. Gonna get away from this desperate little ball lightning, but the force forward respect is like, get the hell back here. You're not gonna get away with that. We'll end up taking apart.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, the supports have been cleaning out the base a little bit, and it's just really
What were they thinking? On what planet does that work? Backdoor. If it didn't have backdoor protection, maybe I could see why you do that, but like, they basically just said, well, boys, we're doing it, and if we doesn't work, we fucking lose. Because they lost the Lone Druid.
Wait. Unreal. Oh, they're looking to push in. I don't know how they can stop
They have
this
no
at this
buybacks
point.
on either of these heroes.
No
What the hell were
buybacks.
they thinking?
Time. I mean, it was a wild card attempt. I don't know if it was really up to like the point where that was their all or nothing, but unbelievable.
Jesus Christ. Well, now they're just gonna lose, I think.
That's it. 6 slotted Phantom Lancer showing what he does best. No leukemia treatment available here for Union Gaming. The cancer is strong. It's right in the testicles, I guess, of this base. Just ripping it through.
Oh, that song is buying a little bit of time, but without their Hex available, I don't know if they can
Time to
actually
say
kill
prayers, I
Paxel.
guess.
Yeah. Enough time to wrap it all up. Citadel comes out here, but immediately gets lassoed. Respect dragging him around, but the base is down. The Megas are up, and I don't think there's anything Union can do now. Finally, Ewo is coming in. Does get the Hex off, and Patsol rooted as well. He's still not dead, still alive. And PGMs, he's going to go down. Shank's dying as well. Lone Druid going to work. Ewo, he's stuck. And Patsol still standing in the back, sending in the illusions. The Ice Blast, Respect on a killing spree. He's cold-feeted up, needs to be careful. And they call the GG. After a James Bond move in the mid lane that completely fails, blows up in their face, looked more like an Archer move.
Yeah.
They lose. And the game is over.
That bit of that Trojan effect, just sneaking into your base to get something done, but clearly didn't work. Admirable effort, of course, Union Gaming. You know, obviously there's a bit of internet issues trying to sort things out. Just the story continues whenever it's like a North American, Southern American matchup, but it's very clear they're a very talented group of players. Great set of games here, but top 5 getting redemption after falling short in the summit. I'm happy to see him get a couple of victories, though, after they had fed over that Rapier Courier, and that, oh, it was so bad, but they get it done this time. 2-0 for them, and what a great set.
Unbelievable. Well, next series is going to be Mott back on the stream, so this is going to go down there for a little bit, but we will be back soon.